literally like I was just saying before I started this. It's like fucking soy sauce.
This is the darkest bourbon I have ever seen.
It's burgundy. It's not even like a reddish tint. It is literally.
It's bright red.
Here. That is so dark.
Oh, and it smells sweet.
Oh fuck.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Wood. It smells like rich mahogany wood, cherry, brown sugar.
Like I thought the
vanilla.
1792 Sweet Wheat was a cherry bomb. I think this blows that out of the water. Granted, we're talking catch strength of it versus.
I actually don't get that much cherry. I get more vanilla, brown sugar, and oak. I get a ton of oak. This is really oaky.
Initially, I got a ton of cherry.
I do get cherry.
It's changing a little bit.
But I get more oak than anything. Fuck. Like, this is a
How long
rich...
is this aged?
It is...
I should add, this is Garrison Brothers Balmorhea, in case the image is not obvious.
So
we're talking young Texas whiskey.
So it's a 4-year bourbon, aged for another year in a new oak barrel.
So it is a double oak.
It is double oaked. So this is a wheated bourbon that is double oaked in Texas.
And it's cask strength.
Yes, it is 115 proof, I think.
Yes. Holy shit.
Oh my.
Whoa.
Oh.
That has so much heat to it. In a good way. It's like...
I actually don't get heat on this.
Oh, I did.
I don't get a lot of heat either.
I got a ton... Like, so the front end is like brown sugar bomb.
100%.
Brown sugar bomb. A little bit of cherry. A lot of vanilla. I get a ton of vanilla.
I am getting vanilla all the way through.
And then obviously there's
the finish is like vanilla bean almost.
And then there's like rich oak wood in this. Like
yes.
Like if you could smell like a good solid like oak table, like the way it smells, I get the taste of that.
Like right after you finish putting the pieces together.
Yes. Like if you were in a wood shop and they were sawing it and like the sawdust
is this taste.
The sawdust with like a little bit of like wood varnish.
Or even like oak wood and cherry wood.
Yes.
Together.
I can see why this won awards.
This won Jim Murray's Best Craft Whiskey of 2020 and 2019.
And I'm not one to immediately side with something because it wins awards, but wow.
It's sweet. There's not a lot of spice. There's no burn. It has a good bit of... It does have a good Kentucky hug, though, I will say. I do get some Kentucky hug.
Which makes sense, because even though it's young, it's aged in Texas, and we know how much climate affects things.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're dealing with a significantly hotter climate, like you're getting where Garrison Brothers is made, because it's made in Central Texas, yeah?
I think it's close to... It's either close to Austin or it's close to Houston.
It's actually almost more Southern Texas.
I think so, yeah.
That would... Huh. I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because like they point blank pride themselves on the fact that their whiskey is not... They don't put it in a warehouse that's climate controlled. They literally put it in like barns where it's exposed to 120 degree temperatures.
I feel like that is the most Texas thing that you could do in making a whiskey. And
it works.
Clearly it worked. Because...
Like I will say, Garrison Brothers is a very expensive whiskey. Like it's $130 for a single barrel, $170 for a barrel proof single barrel.
It's almost $100 for a small batch.
Yeah, it's $90 for the small batch.
And GA were $50. So like 90, 100.
So
do enlighten the viewer.
To enlighten the viewer, 1 year in Texas is 4 years in real time.
And also, how much did this cost you?
This was $190 a bottle.
Keeping that in mind,
holy fuck.
I think it was worth it.
Yeah.
For buying this for one time and taking the risk.
Would I replace it at that price? I don't know, just because that's steep.
I do not think I would replace it frequently.
Right. But we're also, like, at that price point, we're not talking replace frequently price.
Yeah, this is something that I'm going to sip on very occasionally and savor
This is like special occasion or really, really feeling this particular whiskey.
Because I will say this. This is on par with George T. Stagg, William LaRue Weller, Granny's Batch Bookers, and like anything else that I rate very highly that is high proof. This stands its ground with them.
Right. And it helps that it's a very different flavor profile than all of those.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's part of how it fits in. Because if it were too similar to any of the ones you just listed, I feel like it wouldn't stack up as well. But because it is the best of what this is, I think that helps it. That helps it be able to be held as highly as it is.
Yeah, I would be willing to say this is probably the best craft whiskey I've ever had.
I think I can agree.
wholeheartedly agree.
Like, the close second would be...
Now, it's the most expensive one I've ever had, which
That
is also
too,
to be
yes.
kept in mind.
Yes, but
But money can buy you really good shit,
Yes.
and this is really good shit.
Now, I think the closest second I have for favorite craft whiskey would be that Balcones Rye. But that's also such a different flavor
I agree
profile.
that's also, I was going to say, we're comparing a Texas 100 proof rye to a cask strength bourbon.
Double barreled bourbon.
Double barrel bourbon. Yeah, we're talking like, the only thing that those have in common is the state of Texas. And even then, I'm pretty sure Balcones is made further north.
I think so, yeah. But I have to say...
Don't quote me on that, but
Yeah.
I think that's the case.
I have to say, Texas, you do a good job at making whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, nothing will ever replace Kentucky bourbon in my
No,
heart.
not at all. But
holy fuck.
They're standing their ground with less aging.
they have put, like, the bigger is better. Like, in Texas, everything is bigger. Like, obviously, this is a big bourbon flavor-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing about Texas whiskey.
The
Texas,
flavor of this is an exclamation point.
every single whiskey from Texas I've had, aside from Balcones Baby Blue, which doesn't really count because it's a sub 90 proof whiskey.
I was gonna say we would need to try a higher proof version to be able to consider it.
True
which
Blue.
does exist.
True
Yes.
Blue, and then True Blue barrel proof. So,
They
like,
exist, so I feel like let's exclude that until we can count something.
correct. Like, Baby Blue has its place as you grab that as a bottle that you're going to split with
you're
friends
gonna finish it
and
in
crush it
a
in a night.
Your goal is to get a little hit off of that.
Yeah, your goal is to get drunk with a group of friends that
Your
night.
goal with this is to enjoy every drop.
I am thoroughly enjoying every drop, and I think I'm drinking this slower than any other whiskey I've had so far tonight.
I can agree to that, except I still drink. I drink and consume everything quickly. So, relatively, I consume this very slowly.
To each their own.
This is. There's a reason that it's got this boy and this. I don't know if the camera's out.
Yeah, they were very proud. They did a good job with their marketing on this because they threw a literal metal fucking medallion on this.
And it's also, I mean, even if you ignore that, it's just an aesthetically pleasing looking bottle.
Oh no, the blue wax on this is absolutely gorgeous. I think that's the prettiest.
It's a basic. It's just a star-shaped logo, but it's a very complex design in the star. In fact, this is worth pointing out.
It's a Texas belt buckled styled star.
Exactly.
That's what they went for, and it works well.
But I also feel like they also went with the star because I almost picture seeing that kind of a star just on the side of a barn.
Lone Star State, dude.
Yeah.
Lone
That too.
Star State.
But I picture
This
seeing it
is-
on the side of the barn too, you know?
They literally
This
have
is
those hanging
fucking
on the side
delicious.
so high.
I'm so impressed by this.
And I'm glad that you
Yeah,
guys.
I was gonna say the only thing that makes me hesitate is just the price tag. But
Well-
that would be one of those ones where again, I would be scared to drink it because of how expensive and how good it is. It's one of those.
Again, this is one that I'm probably going to take a couple years to drink this slowly. And at that
Rightfully so.
point, hopefully my student loans are paid off that I can afford to buy another bottle without hesitation.
Right.